Call of Duty has been programming you in ways that you may not even be aware. They've been doing this for over the past decade, and that's how they've been able to stay relevant and charge the prices that they've been charging on a yearly basis. And this video is going to break down exactly what they've been doing, how they've been doing it, and what we can do to actually get this resolved. What is going on, guys? It's your boy Carter, aka So Cool in the building. We are back with another video, man, and today is going to be a little bit different, man. Today's video is going to be about Call of Duty and how they've been programming you to do certain things within their game on a yearly basis, and what they've been doing for the past decade to keep you in the loop of their game. And we're just going to expose the secrets behind Call of Duty as far as what they've been doing for the past decade. So for those of you new here, welcome to the channel. We essentially go over gaming news, gaming topics, gaming updates, and we essentially give opinions on facts that is going on in the gaming industry as of right now. But today we got to talk about this Call of Duty, man. Let's get right into it, yo. So before we talk about how Call of Duty has been programming you for the past decade, we got to talk about how it became what it is and how everything started for Call of Duty. Meet Call of Duty 2003. So, for those who don't know, Call of Duty actually started back in 2003 under Activision, and they have been making non-stop changes to this game for over the past decade. They started with Call of Duty 1, then they went to Call of Duty 2, then they went to Call of Duty 3 as well. What most people don't know about Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3, those are your classic trench warfare kind of games. Now, all three of those Call of Duties did have multiplayer involved, but it is not the Call of Duty that we know and love as of today. Out of everything that they've released, the games people always tend to come back to are simply the classics. Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2.
10 seconds!
Infinity Ward and Treyarch were the studios behind those two runs. When Modern Warfare dropped, Modern Warfare changed Call of Duty forever when it dropped. The setting was modern day, the pacing is fast, the maps were wide open, and these were some of the most iconic maps in Call of Duty history. I'm talking Terminal, I'm talking Subbase, I'm talking Wasteland, I'm talking Crash, I'm talking Salvage, I'm talking Rush, Scrapyard, Skid Row, Rundown, some of the most classic maps that made Call of Duty what it is as of this exact moment. And within the first 10 days, Modern Warfare 2 has pulled in over $1 billion after releasing on November 10th of 2009. The campaign carried the hype for years, especially the mission No Russian. The game was so successful that Activision decided to release a remastered version of Modern Warfare 2 back in March of 2020, but the remastered version did not have the multiplayer version that we all love and enjoyed for that game. And they still haven't explained the reason as far as why they only released the campaign and not the multiplayer itself. Modern Warfare 2 set the standard for the entire franchise, but the next big shift didn't come from Infinity Ward, it came from Treyarch within the Black Ops series.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
I have plans for you, American.
They have ordered you to die, GI. Do not trust them. You have
Activision wanted to recreate that magic that they had with Modern Warfare 2. They actually wanted to chase that high, that pull within the first 10 days of $1 billion within the Modern Warfare 2 series, and they wanted to chase that high once again with an entire new franchise called Black Ops. Treyarch used the same engine Infinity Ward had, but flipped the formula essentially. They took the speed, they took the feel, and the gunplay from Modern Warfare 2 and dropped it in a Cold War setting. Same punch, different vibe, and zombies ended up defining the brand just as much as the campaign or multiplayer. Black Ops proved Treyarch wasn't just following trends, they could carry the whole season on their own, but the real leak came from Black Ops 2.
What others cannot.
get rated.
When Black Ops 2 dropped on November 13th of 2012, it did numbers fast. I'm talking 29.5 million copies sold, third best selling COD ever, 500 million within the first 24 hours, and 1 billion in the span of 2 weeks. The series shifted into a future setting for the first time, bringing in new tech, new weapons, and a different style of gameplay. And after Black Ops 2 closed out the grounded area, the franchise took its biggest risk yet. The next move didn't stay grounded at all and went straight into mobility. Meet Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Countries don't have the most basic building blocks to support a democracy. Little things like we ought to be tolerant of those who disagree with us. We ought to be tolerant of those who worship a different god than us. That a journalist ought to be able to disagree with the president.
Advanced Warfare was the game that officially pushed Call of Duty into the futuristic lanes. Sledgehammer Games, which is essentially another company that worked on Advanced Warfare specifically, went all in on advanced tech, exosuits, and vertical mobility. This is the first time players could boost jump, dash in midair, and basically break away from the grounded movement Call of Duty was known for. The game dropped on November 4th, 2014, and it was a major shift for the franchise. Activision wanted something new after years of modern and Cold War settings, so Advanced Warfare became that turning point. The exo movement system changed how people approach gunfights, faster engagements and unpredictable angles, and way more focus on mobility. Advanced Warfare also had Kevin Spacey as the main villain, which gave the campaign a big cinematic push at the time. The story focused on private military corporations, future warfare drones, and augmented soldiers. It was a complete tone shift from the more grounded series before. Sales-wise, the game performed strong out of the gate. In its first year, Advanced Warfare was a top-selling game worldwide and led the franchise back into the #1 spot for that year. Advanced Warfare also introduced supply drops, which later shaped how cosmetic systems worked in future COD titles. The big impact of Advanced Warfare wasn't just the futuristic theme, it was the movement. The single decision changed how 3 years of Call of Duty would play, because every game after Advanced Warfare followed the same boosted movement direction. After 3 years of boost movement dominating the series, Call of Duty eventually abandoned the futuristic era entirely. What came next wasn't another tweak or experiment, it was a complete reset. A new engine, a new direction, and the biggest shift the franchise has ever made. That shift was Warzone. Warzone was the moment Call of Duty finally stepped into the battle royale lane, and it changed everything for the franchise. The game dropped on March 10 of 2020, developed by Infinity Ward with the support of Raven Software. It was built on the same Infinity Ward 8.0 engine that Modern Warfare 2019 used, a huge jump in graphics, movement, animations, and overall polish. This wasn't a side mode. Warzone became its own ecosystem. 150 player lobbies, huge map scale, realistic guns, custom layouts, and the Gulag, a brand new system that lets players fight for a second chance instead of sitting on the sidelines. Nothing else in the BR market had that. Warzone launched as a free-to-play title, which instantly blew the player count through the roof. The game had 6 million players in the first 24 hours and crossed 50 million players in just 1 month, making it one of the fastest scoring titles in the franchise history. The map, Verdansk, used in the same design philosophy as Modern Warfare 2019, grounded, modern military, detailed environment, and a more realistic tone. This wasn't cartoony movement or arcade style battle royale gameplay. This was COD's identity scaled up. Warzone also became the central hub for weapon progression. Guns in Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, and Vanguard all connected in one massive shared system. No other first-person shooter franchise had 3 different studios feeding weapons into a single live platform at that time. Warzone didn't just extend the franchise, it reshaped it. It forced Call of Duty to think live service, seasonal content, massive package, crossplay, and cross-platform progression across every console and PC. Warzone wasn't just a game mode, it became the new face of Call of Duty. Warzone also didn't just reshape Call of Duty, it reshaped the players. The franchise stopped relying on hype, nostalgia, and moved into something deeper, conditioning. This is where the real program begins, the part built to keep you buying without ever realizing you're buying. Meet the program. Call of Duty, aka Activision, runs on habit. That's the core of this segment. They don't rely on nostalgia or loyalty. They engineer a cycle where you buy without noticing you're buying. Program number 1, yearly releases. Call of Duty trains you to expect a new game every year, and they even take it a step further by releasing these games in October and November, specifically when Black Friday is going around and also the holiday season is going around as well, to get you to spend more money because it's the holiday season and the cycle restarts. They don't let the audience breathe. That's intentional. A yearly release becomes a routine purchase, not a decision. Program number 2, massive marketing push. Call of Duty floods every channel with ads, trailers, teasers, celebrity promos, sport integrations, Twitch ads, TikTok ads, omnipresence. The goal is simple. You shouldn't be able to go a day without seeing the brand. The more you typically see Call of Duty, the more you see the brand, the more you see the gameplay, the more you see people talking about it, the more you see commercials. That's just feeding you and getting you prepared to essentially buy the game or pre-order the game when it is essentially released. And they even take it a step further by doing pre-order deals, pre-order bundles, first day exclusive access by pre-ordering. This is essentially programming you to even buy the game without you even to get the chance to even get any feedback on the game. Program number 3, paying streamers and creators. The streamers and creators sign exclusive contracts with big streamers, so your timeline is filled with gameplay, reactions, and first impressions. Not organic hype, paid visibility. The audience sees constant positive coverage from creators they already trust, which converts them directly into sales. And they're even taking it a step further by specifically making exclusive contracts to where you can only play COD throughout your entire series you're streaming for a specific time frame when it comes to you having that contract.
Did I unlock the harp yet?
Chat, he can't play COD. I mean, he can't play Arc Raiders because he has a fucking week-long COD ad, and he can only play COD for a week.
Program number 4, Warzone becomes free. Free changes everything. Free changes behavior. When a game costs nothing to enter, the barrier that normally makes a player pause, think, compare, or decide disappears. Warzone uses that opening. You step in with zero commitment, and the moment you start playing, the ecosystem wraps around you. Your friends are already there, your progression starts building, your loadouts begin forming, and your time investment rises. Once you anchored inside the system, the store becomes part of the environment. Bundles rotating daily, limited time skins disappearing in hours, battle pass is pushing you not to miss out, and crossovers tapping into whatever franchise is trending that month. You didn't pay up front, you pay later when you're comfortable, engaged, and already attached. Program number 5, free rewards and drip feeding content. Constant free items, double XP weekend, login bonuses, battle pass tokens, limited time modes, all designed to keep you checking in. Checking in becomes a routine becomes habit, and habit becomes spending. The worst thing you can do when it comes to Call of Duty is essentially becoming a habit to them on a recurring basis without you even thinking about what you're doing. Program number 6, crossovers. Godzilla, The Boys, Nicki Minaj, 21 Savage, Doom, Lowercraft, WWE, non-stop collaborations. It hits every demographic and keeps the game culturally relevant even if the gameplay isn't changing. You stay curious, curiosity keeps you engaged. Crossovers are psychological hooks. They're designed to pull in audiences who don't even care about Call of Duty at all. Godzilla brings in movie fans. The Boys brings in superhero fans. Nicki Minaj and 21 Savage pulls in music audiences. Dune taps into sci-fi. WWE hits wrestling culture. Each collaboration targets a different community, so no matter who you are, eventually something appears that speaks directly to you. This keeps the game culturally alive even when nothing meaningful changes in the gameplay. You're not returning because the mechanics evolve, you're returning because the brand stays stitched into whatever is trending online. Every crossover sparks curiosity. What does this look like? How does it play? What do the skins look like in game? That curiosity keeps you checking in, and the checking in keeps you inside the ecosystem long enough to spend. Program number 7, the result. Call of Duty doesn't depend on you liking every game, they depend on you staying inside the cycle. The yearly releases, non-stop marketing, paid creator coverage, free-to-play entry points, and the crossover skins all stack together to build a behavioral loop. The goal is simple. Buying the next Call of Duty or grabbing the next bundle shouldn't feel like a decision, it should feel automatic. They push it even further with Call of Duty HQ. Every time you launch the hub, the first thing you see is advertising for the newest title or the latest premium content. You're not just playing the game, you're inside a storefront disguised as a menu. It keeps the brand in front of you before you even hit the play, reinforcing the cycle every single time you log in. Conclusion. if I'm keeping it in a buck, y'all, we got to do better. We got to stop supporting this. Now, granted, I'm only saying this just because of the simple fact that I'm not satisfied with the way Call of Duty has been producing these games on a yearly basis. And I'm pretty sure you aren't satisfied with what Call of Duty has been producing on a yearly basis, because if you were, you wouldn't be watching this video. So the fact that you're watching this video sparks some sort of curiosity as far as what this is actually about. And the fact is, we got to do better. We got to stop buying these games. We got to stop supporting the Call of Duty. We got to stop buying the skins. We got to stop buying the battle passes, because that's the only way it's going to send them a message, is if we stop purchasing their game on a yearly basis. Stop playing the game, start purchasing the game, and even do better. We got to go to the opposition. You know what I'm saying? We got to go to the battlefields. We got to go to the arc raiders. We got to go to the we got to go to the other games, put them in the sea, and understand that the product that they're putting out is complete dog shit. The next move. Now, how they can actually fix this. So there's a few ways Call of Duty can actually fix this situation that they're in to kind of prevent them from potentially going out of business. Not saying they're going to go out of business soon, but eventually, if they keep going down this path and not making necessary changes and adjustments, that could eventually happen sooner or later. So the very first thing that I'm going to recommend is just simply them just creating a whole new engine. Why creating a whole new engine can definitely revamp Call of Duty, because one, at that point, you're creating a whole new game, new visual aspects, new game mechanics, new game engine, new design, new animations, things of that nature. You know, once you have a whole new engine, that just changes the game, that changes the feel, that changes the visuals, that changes the environment, that changes everything about a game as a whole if you create a whole new engine. That's the first thing. The second thing, the problem that Call of Duty is having is they're spreading all their marbles all over the place. And so what I mean by marbles, you have Warzone, you have multiplayer, you have campaign, you have zombies, then you also have DMZ. Obviously, if you have all those different projects going on at the same exact time every single year, one or two, possibly three of those projects are going to lack as a whole overall. I mean, just look at the Black Ops 7 campaign mode. I mean, that right there should tell you that the campaign or Black Ops or Call of Duty in general is losing focus on what actually matters, and it's them specifically working on one specific game. In my opinion, I think Call of Duty should actually focus on the next extraction game, and then them just putting a little bit more marbles and time attention into DMZ. Now, they may just erase DMZ as a whole and just kind of start from scratch and just essentially create a whole new extraction game mode that could work in their favor, but that needs to be their main focus. They need to skip the multiplayer, they need to skip the campaign, they need to skip the zombies, they need to skip everything and put all their marbles into DMZ. DMZ 1 year, multiplayer another year, zombies 1 year. If you keep working on multiple projects all within 1 year, it's going to spread thin. Things are going to lack. You're going to get the same game every single year. I mean, just look at Black Ops 6 and look at Black Ops 7. Damn near the same exact game. The only difference is they're adding maps from the previous Black Ops series, they're adding guns from the previous Black Ops series, and they're just updating the skin, the graphics, and the visuals on a regular basis with these upgrade games in every single year. And most people are really paying $70, $80, $90, even $100 for just a goddamn reskin of Call of Duty every single year. That's why we got to stop this. If you guys enjoyed this kind of content, make sure you guys leave a like. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comment section down below. Do you guys like the way Call of Duty is heading? Do you guys enjoy Black Ops 7? Do you think Call of Duty should change the whole ecosystem entirely? Let me know what you guys think down below, and subscribe if you haven't, if you enjoy this kind of content as well. That kind of signals me to kind of keep doing this kind of content moving forward with videos in the future. I also talked about how Steam just released a new console as well, brand new gaming console that's going to compete to Xbox. If you guys want to check out that video, it's going to be somewhere here or somewhere here. I honestly don't know, but I'll have it up there in case you guys want to check it out. Maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, but who knows? It's going to be somewhere. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I appreciate you guys' time and energy, and until next time, peace.